Alright guys, welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. One thing that I do want to say before we go ahead and start this is that if you are a person who is already familiar with a lot of the summon animations, it's just going to be roughly the same, right? As of right now, we don't know about things like this, where like the third transformation being a 3 SSR or feature unit. We'll have to see specifically for that, but everything else is just going to be just roughly the same, right? So like first form cell is going to be Super Saiyan 1 for the summon animations, but we can go ahead and hop right into it. So first we have the Space Time Machine. This is just going to be guaranteeing a brand new perfect cell. If the time machine is present, like it says, it will reverse the summon animation and then play Vegito's animation afterwards. Instead, it's just going to do the Kamehameha for Cell again. And then it says in this case, it's the brand new LR, but this was specifically for the Future Trunks saga during the worldwide celebration. I believe it was 2 years ago. So instead of it having it where it would have Vegito, it's just going to be Perfect Cell instead. So we see the Space Time Machine goes, then it reverses the Kamehameha, and then Cell just fires it again, right? Except this time it's a bigger blast. So it has it where it's the, I guess you could say, the full power Kamehameha. Then Cell could just be flying in alone like this. There could also be Goku Black Rift. Again, if you already play Dokkan routinely, you already know what that means. Basically, it just means that you're going to be getting a new Dokkan Fest guaranteed. So in this case, it will be a new Cell. So that's going to be pretty nice for sure. Then we have it where, again, we have first form Cell, who is just going to be the equivalent of Super Saiyan 1. We have second form Cell, who is going to be equivalent to Super Saiyan 2. Or semi-perfect Cell, whichever one you want to call it. Then we have perfect Cell. Or perfect form Cell, and then perfect Cell. So this is where I was talking about of we don't know specifically which one it could be. Because if we go ahead and look at something like... where is it? I think it's in the first update. If we go ahead and look at how it usually is, right? Super Saiyan 1 just guarantees an SR. Super Saiyan 2 guarantees an SR again, but it has a higher chance of being an SSR. Super Saiyan 3 gives you just a guaranteed SSR. So kind of like if you're doing a multi-summon, you're always going to see that. God will give you the 3 or more SSRs. So, but if we go ahead and look at how it is for something like the Future Trunks saga, which again, most of these animations are taken from, Super Saiyan 1 is just, again, just another Super Saiyan, or just another SR guaranteed, which it just doesn't mean anything, right? If it's Super Saiyan 2, an SSR will appear, but then Super Saiyan 3 guarantees 3 SSRs or a feature unit, while Blue would give you just a Dokkan Fest unit guaranteed, right? So we'll have to see specifically. I wouldn't be surprised if it's this format rather than the usual format like how we've seen in the past, because it seems like these new animations, they do want to usually try their best to give more meaning to it, right? So I just we'll have to see if which format they copied from, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's this one. And then again, if it's Perfect Cell, then you'll have it where it's the just guaranteed Dokkan Fest exclusive unit. It does not mean that it will be Cell, just that it will be basically one of the featured Dokkan Fest characters. Next we have the screen cracks, which there's only 2, which is really surprising because, well, this one is just because it's funny, right? But it's really surprising because there's only 2. There is so many instances where they just do like 5, right? But like I guess this is like the only one I could think of. Maybe I don't remember if the Future Trunks one only had it where it was 2 as well, but we'll have to see, of course. But the other thing too that wasn't in the actual summon animation list was that, similar to Vegito, you can just get this thing where it just says "give it to me," and then he'll have like the full power aura with the lightning. So Like how I was talking about earlier, right? Remember when we were talking about how this was like the normal Kamehameha, and then it just retracted because of the time machine, and then he does the Kamehameha again, but then it's like the full power one. I wouldn't be surprised if the give it to me now text comes up, you pull back, he does a full power Kamehameha, and then because of that you get a guaranteed featured unit, right? That way, was it? Yeah, right here. You'll just get a guaranteed LR or a Dokkan Fest character. I don't know if they'll bring an LR back, but it'll just mean a guaranteed Dokkan Fest, right? So that's like the last bit of the animations for sure. But yeah, like I said, I just can't remember the last time that they had it where it's just 2 screen cracks, which is really silly. And then last, that's like all of the summon animations, so there's nothing else to look at past that. I'm almost positive that that's like the last thing. Wait, no, new flying characters is Cell, Juniors, and Dr. Gero. So we could kind of see them on the top there. I would assume it probably... What would be the combos, I guess? Yeah, they don't really specify what the combos of the characters are. Because, like, most of the time they do something like this, right? Like, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks will guarantee a featured unit or 3 or more SSRs. We'll have to see. Because it seems like 1 Cell Junior, another Cell Junior who's looking at you, 2 Cell Juniors back to back, and then Dr. Gero. That's interesting. Okay, so that is the last of the summon animations for real. But how do you guys feel about the summon animations? I would honestly, I'll just be blunt. I don't personally like when they do things like this because it just kind of seems to me like wasted resources. Rather than having it where we have all of these new animations every single time, I feel like they should just revamp the summon system as a whole. Because why are we having it where there's a superhero, then there's Future Trunks Saga, and then now there's Perfect Cell. Then we have didn't they also do like the Gogeta and stuff too? I'm almost positive they did like the Broly movie. It's just not in the on the Dokkan wiki. But like all of that time and work could have just been put into just making just like a new summon system instead, you know? Which, don't get me wrong, like, this is cool, but it's just all gonna be gone the second that this animation is over, right? Like, the only animation that they're reusing is the time machine. So every other animation that involves Perfect Cell is just gonna be thrown away until we get Perfect Cell again. Like, I don't know, that's just silly to me. I'd rather they just make an entire new summon system and then not have to keep redoing animations over and over and over again, you know? But we'll go ahead and stop there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As per always, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.